Well, what a time to cover Valley sports. The Super Bowl's in town, the WM Phoenix Open, and the Suns introducing their new owner on Wednesday. Mat Ishbia talking for the first time publicly since his $4 billion purchase of the franchise. I had a chance to sit down with the Suns' new owner one-on-one to talk about his plans for the Suns and the Mercury. If I had told the 12-year-old version of you you would own the Phoenix Suns, you would have told me what?
I would have said, "Wow, I can't." But are you sure I'm not playing for them? Because I don't know if I could ever own one. So what an honor and be part of this community. The Phoenix community has been so welcoming and great, and so the Suns and the Mercury. I mean, I couldn't be more excited.
Yeah, this is a franchise, the Suns franchise, that really holds the Valley's heart. Has broken the Valley's heart a couple times. So how do you kind of approach that responsibility of being the governor of it all and holding people's heart in your hands like this?
Yeah, well, I take it very seriously. The way I look at it is the community's asset, and now they put me in charge, and so a lot of responsibility. I'm hoping to do the right things. I'm going to do my best, but the way I look at it is, how do we make sure we always do the right thing by our team members, the community, the fans, and of course focusing on winning. And so I'm excited about that opportunity.
You've won a championship at a high level in competitive basketball. What does it take to win a championship?
You need everyone aligned with the vision and working hard on it every single day. It's not hey, just get lucky and you got to get people behind it. You got to have people working towards it. And what we did at Michigan State, there's a lot of that. I mean, it was years of work, but definitely, the grind, the focus, everyone playing their role. It's a team effort, and so I'm all about team.
How did you take that moment, winning the title at Michigan State, being a part of that, and I spin it into the mortgage business, I guess, figuratively win a championship there?
Yeah, no, it's by grinding at it every single day, right? When I got the mortgage company, I was the 12th person, and since 20 years ago, 2003, and we built it to 7,000 people, the number one overall mortgage lender, and it wasn't day one. It was, and so Phoenix Suns and Mercury are well ahead of where I was back then, and so it was, how do we build it, get an inch better every day? An inch better every day. How do we get a little bit better? And to keep iterating until we get to where we are. And then at the same time, when you get there, it's not relaxing, it's take it to the next level. And that's what we're doing.
Is there a rivalry with another guy in the mortgage business that may own a team in Cleveland right now? Is there a rivalry between owners?
We're the number one mortgage lender in the country. I think they used to be, and I don't think that they're real fond of us over at UWM. But it's game on. We compete and we do our best every single day, and the mortgage business is going great, and we're winning every day and competing every day.
What has been your impression of the Valley as you look to move operations here, I guess, part-time?
The people. First thing is people, so welcoming. I'm from a Midwest town, and Phoenix is extremely welcoming. People, and before they knew I was the owner, by the way. This is not, hey, he owns a team, let's be nice. Before I ever knew, welcoming people, kind, and at the same time, just a great environment. This is where, I see why people want to live here. This is the place, and so I'm honored to be here.
How would you describe your personality?
Energetic. Hopefully you can tell that. Energetic, passionate, and at the same time, extremely caring. I care about everything. I care about every detail, from my kids' schoolwork to how I coach my kids in their sports, to the details of how we treat players that are leaving our team or joining our team, to a team member that's left our company from marketing or sales. Like every detail, caring about everything. And the word I think about is care. I care about every detail. I care about each person, and that's my personality. My personality is to care on everything.
How much did Tom Izzo have an effect on you, and how much will his personality and the way he coached have an effect on this organization, in your opinion?
A lot. Everything I've learned from how Michigan State basketball, I learned from Tom Izzo, applied it to business, and I think those things travel. They travel to business, they travel to sports, they come back to sports. It works, and so Izzo is just a legend. His work ethic, his mentality, his being in the weeds is something Tom Izzo, there was nothing too small for him to be involved with. He was involved, what Ishbia, what's up with your grade on this class? I'm like, I don't even play. Why are you asking me about class? He cared about everything. And so I learned that in my business. I care about every detail. There's nothing too small for me to get involved with and care about.
Oh, but we've got some highlights, though. We got you going to the hole and laying one in. There were a couple points in there, right? Yeah.
You could probably put all those highlights in a very short clip. There aren't that many of them, but I had a heck of a time there, and really enjoyed it.
But 25 a game in high school, is that right? That's nothing to shake a stick.
Yeah, I was a pretty good high school player. I was 23, 24. But it was right around there. My brother maybe embellished it, but I think it was 23 or 24 points a game, and a lot of assists. I was a point guard, so I love point guards, as we talked about earlier, and just I love to compete. And so basketball was always that avenue, and that turned into mortgage, and I love it. And now I'm competing back into basketball.
Have you befriended some point guards? It sounds like Isaiah Thomas, and then Steve Nash hanging out with you? Do you have a relationship with Steve Nash?
Yeah, Steve Nash is the ultimate legend out here, right? And so Steve Nash, Kevin Johnson, Magic Johnson. I mean, these guys, Isaiah Thomas, you mentioned, point guards, that's my people, right? And I understand point guards very well, and I understand leadership, and I know that you have to have a point guard that's a leader, and I think we're great here because we got that with Chris.
Approaching the trading deadline now, how will you spend the next, 18 hours here waiting to see what happens with the team going forward for the rest of the season?
Yeah, well, we're in the weeds. It's been the last, days and days and days leading up to it, and then, I'm going to be spending a lot of time. But the nice thing is James and the team do a great job. They're in the weeds of it. They're talking to people. They're talking to me. They're asking my opinion. I said, hey, what's your opinion? You guys know what we're doing. But I'm getting in the weeds of it and figuring out. And so we're going to be extremely active. But at the same time, what I want to make sure people understand is we got a heck of a team. You want to argue with me on that? I'm maybe a little biased now, but I think we can win this year as is, no changes. So if I can upgrade us a little bit, give us a chance to get a little bit better or improve something here or there, really, let's just get us healthy. I love our team. So I love our team. I love our coaching. I love what we got. And at the same time, can we increase probability? Hey, of course we're going to try.
What would it mean to you to have a championship parade out there in the street? Bring one to the Phoenix Suns in the community.
Oh, we're going to do that. That's my job as one of the owners. My job is I work for the community, right? So the Mercury and the Suns, there's no question that's the focus. And it will happen tomorrow. I don't know. We're going to try. We're going to try every single day to try to be competing at that level. But we're going to do that. And I know that's hard to do and hard to say. But I'm fine taking that accountability and responsibility to bringing that to the Valley.
All right, last question. Michael Jordan is an owner, I think, has practiced with his team a little bit. Do you still put on the sneakers? Could you go give us 25 or 2 or 4 against the team?
I could probably get you 25 seconds. 25 seconds on the court, and then Monty would be pulling me out. So you wouldn't want me out there. Hopefully, I'll be a much better owner or community steward of this team than a player. I promise you that.
The Extra Point Podcast is a production of 3TV, CBS 5, and azfamily.com in Phoenix, Arizona.